friends, and welcome back to the Art of Self-Reflection. Now today we're going to be working on a pretty interesting style of drawing called contour drawing. We're going to do this in 3 different ways. We're going to do tracing contour, regular or traditional contour, and we're going to do blind contour. So if you are ready to go, grab your paper or your tablet, whatever it is that you're using to draw today. I'm going to be popping into my sketchbook, and you're going to need some items. These can be pictures, photos from magazines, books, they can be actual objects. You're going to want at least one flat thing for your tracing though. So you grab that right now, pause me if you need to, and then pop back in. So you can easily do this project with a window, but I'm going to show you how to do it on a light board. So a light board is kind of just what it looks like. It plugs in and it's going to light up. So it lights up the same way that a window does. Whoa. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a picture on top of it or on a window. So for this, and I apologize, the lighting is going to be funky for this part. So what we're doing for this is, so I have this little sticker of a butterfly, and I'm going to attach some tape directly to it so I can stick it to my light table. Now you can do this by sticking a picture directly to your window as well. It's an easy way to trace something. Now I've got my butterfly and I've got my light pad. I'm just going to stick it down there. And then we're just going to put a piece of paper over the top of it. Just like so. Now we can't see in it super well just yet, but when I line it up, and I turn my light on, or you're holding yours up to a bright window, you can see the picture right through it. So grabbing any sort of artist material, I'll grab a pen because I have that handy. You can grab a pencil, a pen, marker, color pencil, whatever you like. And what makes contour drawing special is once we put our pencil down, we are not going to pick it up again until we're finished with our drawing. So we're just going to trace around the outside, and we might need to double over some of our lines. But everything that we draw is from the same set of lines. See? We're not going to add too much detail. And there we go. When I turn it off, bing, I have what's called a contour drawing. So now you give that a try and try to make some different pictures. You can do as many as you like traced in this style, and then we're going to move to drawing things that we see. So next you can use pictures or objects. So gather up some pictures or objects and put them in front of you now. On a drawing tablet, you can also do this by putting a picture on a separate layer, turning the transparency of it down, and then drawing on a layer on top of it so that you are only able to even see some of the outlines. So my next one here, I'm going to do a lily. So I'm going to find a good starting point, and I think I want to start in the middle of the flower because that's where a lot of overlap is going to be okay. So I'm going to start with the petals and just do kind of like an outline. I'll go really carefully over the lines that I don't want shadows to be. But once you start practicing, you'll notice, oh, this area of the flower is shadowed. So you can actually double up on some of those lines to add some of the depth. Now this style of drawing is pretty popular for watercolor painting. It just kind of gets the gesture of what is going to be in the picture. But you can do this anytime you're sketching too, just to get a general feel for what it is you want to draw. So do this one with an object that's in front of you. Do thin lines for thinner areas, thicker lines, or doubled up areas to show the shadow. Remember, don't pick up your pencil until you're done. Look kind of like a lily? Think it looks all right. So now you try. Grab something and set it in front of you and give it a go. Now here I did a portrait one as well, and it came out looking a little bit crazy, and I'm not really sure where it went wrong, but I kind of like it at the same time. So know that you can do this with people as well. I would really urge you to give that a try, because sometimes they can turn out beautiful, and sometimes it's like, I didn't quite get that face right. But regardless, I'm going to keep it here in my sketchbook because I like the way that the lines made her hair. I like that I can see a lot of the details about her and her pose, even if it's not exactly right. So underneath my little fake apple, I've got a whole stack of books. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to draw multiple objects because they're touching each other. So we'll find a good starting point. And unlike the flower, I'm not starting at a point that is going to be very shadowed. I'm just starting at a point that might be like on the bottom. I'm trying to carve out some of that shape. I'll make it look like it's got pages. Put the shadow on the bottom here. And make sure it stays curved. I don't want to make it look like I'm shading in anything. Keeping it loose and loopy. Next book, maybe this one I see more of the spine on instead, so I'll loop some words in there. And this one's getting away from me a little bit. I can't really see the cover of this one super well, but I can see the pages, so it looks like I can just barely see the pages. So I'll use a little less pressure to make my lines a little bit more thin. And these two are almost identical. They are the same color and everything. So I will actually loop through both drawings, and there. It's pretty messy, but it was fast and done with one line. And can you tell what it is? Can you see a stack of books? A person, an apple, a butterfly, a lily? So now we're going to do our very, very last one. This is the blind contour. Blind contour means that you're going to draw on your paper without looking at your paper at all. You're going to only look at your object. And this is really important when you're starting to look at spaces. It's going to train your brain to see the shapes that are around you. So, ready? And get our petal in, and I know that it loops that way, and trying not to cheat, but I only have so many ways to look. And like that, and then it comes off like that. Kind of. Sort of. Be right back. There's no hard and fast rule about having to do it one way or the other. Personally, I don't like fully blank contour drawing. Sometimes I feel like I get into the groove while I'm drawing and I'm not looking a whole lot, but I like to look at my reference too. So you can go ahead and be like, all right, plan my space a little bit and then kind of go for it. So I'm gonna draw this teapot, and I know that it has a flat sort of base and it comes up, and I want to just kind of look at my object and go, and then periodically go ahead and stop and look at your drawing. Alright, apologies. Broke my rule about picking out my pencils, so I'm going to find where my line landed off. And, okay, let's try to get back into it.
Mommy, can I show you something?
Yeah, show me.
I made some eyes.
Yeah?
And a nose.
Beautiful. Oh, I've got some bullet focus right now.
And a forehead.
Still looks like a teapot.
I made it for you.
Thank you. It's so beautiful.
And some holes for the cheeks.
Let's see. Here's a flower pattern that I can't quite make out. So I will just do some gestures here. Some little shapes where they might be. Ooh,
Why does this spray?
Because it's made out of styrofoam. So that one's kind of a mix. It was both blind and looking. I probably did more
colors in it.
more looking than I needed to. But that's the end. I look forward to seeing you guys' work. You know, feel free to do a few that are traced, a few that are looking, and give that blind look a try, okay? All right. Bye.